Good morning to you all. Let me start by addressing those who should be here today. The parents and brother of Gina Masha Amini. They were banned by the Iranian authorities from traveling to Strasbourg today to honor the memory of their lost daughter and sister. Ms. Masha Amini gave her life for women's rights and freedoms in Iran, and we grieve with her family. Saleh Nigbart, the lawyer who was defending Gina from the day she was arrested, represents the family today. The 2023 Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought has been awarded to Gina Masha Amini and the Women Life Freedom Movement in Iran. A spontaneous uprising born out of Gina's violent death at the hands of the morality police of Iran. A protest movement in response to the repressive legislation and systematic discriminatory policies against women in Iran. This year's Sakharov Prize serves as a tribute to all the brave and defiant women, men, and young people in Iran who, despite coming under increasing pressure, are continuing the push for change. Women like Afsun Najavi and Mercedes Shakinkar, who are with us today to accept the prize on behalf of the Women Life Freedom Movement. Women who have been forced to leave their country to be able to continue their fight for truth and for justice. Women who have been subjected to threats and harassment and sentenced in absentia. Women who are here, still standing strong, who stand up for equality, for dignity, for freedom in Iran. The European Parliament hears you and supports you. We have adopted 4 resolutions over the last year condemning the Iranian regime's unacceptable attempts to silence protesters and demanding sanctions against officials involved in the protesters' repression. To you and all the unknown and numerous, so many women who dared to start a revolution, you are not alone. We are with you. We now give the floor to the winners of the Sakharov Prize. Jaume, in your hand.
Mr. Nigbert, please, you have the floor.
I, in the European Parliament, and also Mrs. Marcela's statement, and this is an honor for us. Also, the majority of the European people support people of Iran. With your permission, the journalist, and the fact that I'm a lawyer and I need to return to Iran, thus I am very cautious and careful about what I say. Or there was a time that, like yourself, I used to be a journalist. During 1969-70 lunar calendar, I worked for a journal in Iran. We say that we have freedom of expression, but we do not have freedom of expression after that. Therefore, I ask my fellow journalists if they have any questions regarding the legality of the file. You can ask me. And as aforementioned, some of our journalists would like to speak in our own language, and I have to take certain things to Iran. Therefore, I hope you understand my situation.
درود خانم ها و آقایان.
Greetings to you, the dear ladies and gentlemen. I'm the sister of the victim, and I'm also a member of the victims. I do not want anything similar that had happened. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity and mention the suffering that Iranians are going through. Islamic Republic has mentioned that more than 90,000 protesters had been released. However, there are many others who are suffering and tortured. The Islamic Republic, by putting pressure on Iranian people, they do not let them do anything. We do not know about their situation, and following their convictions, then we realize what has been happening. Thousands of prisoners that we do not know about, and with their help, they try to help the Islamic Republic regarding civil rights activists, human rights activists, and other opponents have been imprisoned by them. Dear Miss, Sir, and ladies, that you can listen to me. Today the time has arrived that my voice, excuse me. The time has come that the politicians to stop supporting them and not to shake their hands. One knows about what has been happening there, the tear gas, rifles attack, and other apparatus of attacking. They are all happening there. And here, I'm here as a plaintiff, someone who is demanding. I'm standing up and telling you that the future will belong to the people of Iran. And I would like to mention these things about the torture and the persecution and would finish my words. However, women, life, liberation, God bless them.
درود خدمت همه خانمان و آقایان عزیز. Good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Before everything, I would like to thank you for the opportunity for the freedom of women and the struggle of the Iranian people for the freedom. This is after 500 people have been killed and 180 people have been lost their sights in Iran, and thousands of Iranians who have been imprisoned and they have been tortured. Iranian regime has at least executed 8 people in the name of this movement. We are standing here on behalf of all the women, and we are tired of the regime of the Iran. I myself, and I am a fitness instructor. I lost my eyesight. I've got an 11-year-old daughter. I continue my struggle, and I and people like me we have chosen to fight against the Islamic regime and struggle against them. But I am strong enough to stand strong and to express myself strongly and let the world know that I and the people of Iran, we are imprisoned in Iran for the past 44 years, that's subject of killings, and we are hoping. And this hope has been in us, and it's been alight now since this movement. We have the right to live. We, like the women of other countries in the world, we seek freedom. We want equality of gender. The women of Iranians, we are deprived of our basic human rights. Look at my right eye. Look at the grave of the lost and dead people. Look at the people in my country. We are the opposition. We are the people. The Islamic Republic looks at us as slaves, and we are not going to sit back. We want the freedom. We want to stop the executions. We stopped the imprisonment from the 60s up until now. so that Gina, those who have sacrificed their lives, and those who have lost their sight, their bodies, they become disabled in these protests, their rights should be given to them. We are standing here on behalf of Iranian people. You have given this prize to the Mayo, the people who have lost the children, those who have not been able to see the children, and they don't know where the graves of their children are. So I am a mother on behalf of mothers. You are parents yourselves, you are mothers and fathers. Just close your eyes for one moment and imagine that a government has killed your child and has made you silent. And where will you shout? Where you scream for justice? I am from the country where Turks, Baluch, and different racial groups live in Iran. We have the right in our country. Today, I extend my hand to you for the support to stand by the Iranian people, to stand by Gina's family, to stand for those who are seeking justice. Islamic Republic is not representative of the Iranian people, and I and people who protest are the sound and the voices of Iranian people. We have been subjected to the oppression of 44 years of government suppression, and we are standing and shouting on behalf of those who have died and who are struggling on behalf of Iranian people.